I met this girl when I was 10 years old. And what I love most, she had so much soul. Hey everybody, it's OldskoolHeart back with another cultural conversation for you guys. But first things first, let's get it out of the way. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, please hit that subscription button down below. I usually upload videos Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And so if you want to stay in the know, please hit that subscription button. Also, I need you to thumbs up this video, show some support, show some love as I dish out these videos every week. That would be great. Thank you so much in advance. And also share this video on all social media platforms if you can. So today's cultural conversation is going to be about y'all auntie. Y'all coined her auntie a couple of months ago and we talked about it. Gayle King. Now, I don't believe she in my family, but if she want to be in y'all family, she sure can. But her ass ain't nowhere near no cookouts, and nowhere is she deemed no damn auntie. So let's just talk about Gayle King. Gayle King does CBS in the morning, I believe, and she did an exclusive interview with Lisa Leslie. If you don't know who Lisa Leslie is, she is a WNBA player, one of the more popular ones. We've seen her on commercials, we've seen her on TV, a little bit more than we've seen any other WNBA player. She was really good friends with Kobe Bryant. They have been friends for over 20 years. And so Lisa came to do an interview talking about the legacy of Kobe Bryant, the impact of his passing, which I still haven't gotten over or gotten through yet or accepted yet. But she was there just to discuss, you know, what this all means to her. One thing that I would love to say is that Kobe Bryant, and I'm learning more about him as, you know, we go about getting to the funeral and, you know, everybody's discussing his life, ESPN, different places. One of the things that I'm learning about him that I did not know is that he was super supportive of female basketball players. Now, NBA players don't necessarily show camaraderie with female basketball players as much on the media, but I love that Kobe had friendships with a number of WNBA players and college female basketball players. Now, if there are a lot of NBA players that have those types of friendships, we on the media side, we don't get to see that as much. So it's refreshing that one of the things that I did learn about Kobe is that he had a really tight friendship with some great female basketball players. Now, I don't know if that's because he had 4 daughters and he was like, I need to get on board, or because of Gigi, God rest her soul as well. But I just love that that's something that he had. And him and Lisa, like I said, had been friends for 20 years. This was an hour-long interview that CBS did. Of course, they're going to come out with a short clip to get you enticed to watch the interview, give you a little bit of what is going on in that interview so that you'll tune in and pay attention. And at this point, anything that they show us about Kobe, we are going to watch because he's just that, you know, type of man. And he was revered by all. And so it doesn't take much. So CBS showed us a brief clip of the interview that Gayle King did. And of course, everybody and their mama who is of this descent or who has melanin is a little bit pissed. Melanin. I'm so sorry. They're pissed right now because, you know, Gayle King did some fuck shit. If you have not seen that clip, I will post it below. I would have added it to this video, but CBS is big on copyright, so we just gonna leave it where it is. But in that 40 second clip, Gayle, you know, asked the question that should have been avoided. Interview to me was going by very well. Lisa Leslie discussed their friendship, how they met, how he, helped her along, how she helped her along, how supportive they were of each other, how much of an impact Kobe had on the game of basketball, his integrity, his work ethic, even after retiring, what that all looked like and how their friendship continued. So the interview was going very, very well. Now, Gayle, who I'm not too sure why she did this, because the reality is it was no need to bring up the rape allegations at all, considering there was already backlash about a journalist talking about the rape allegations after Kobe's death. And she got so much backlash that she was fired from the publication that she was working for. So I don't know if Gayle didn't know that or if she didn't research, even though as a journalist, you should research what others have said about Kobe, some of the his beloved fans, what they've been saying, even some of the critics, how they've handled the situation. I don't know if she looked at that or if she knew about that, but what she did during that interview was ask Lisa Leslie about the rape allegations. And Lisa's like, I'm not understanding why at this moment you think it's a good idea to even bring that up, considering that during his life, you had an opportunity to bring it up and you refused to do so. So now at this moment, when we are celebrating his life and we are also mourning his death, I don't see a reason for any media to bring it up. And so here's what gets me. It could have stopped there, but Gayle pressed on. And that is the part that pisses me off more than anything. She goes, but Lisa, I mean, if if it was someone else and he wasn't Kobe and he wasn't beloved, she was like, no. We don't get to bring up something that was 17, 20 years ago. And that is the mistake that the media keeps making. You had an opportunity to say what you wanted to say to him. So why didn't you do it then? And that's my problem that I have with you. And I'm glad that Leslie checked Gayle, because the reality is, well, why the fuck did you need to bring it up anyway at this moment? What was why, Gayle? Why? And I know that she was trying to be very classy. And I know she was trying to conduct a very good interview with Gayle. But if I was sitting there, I would go, well, what the fuck does that have to do with anything now? He's gone. If you wanted to ask him that shit, you should have asked him. You didn't. And now that everybody is crying, they're mourning, they love the guy, they respect the guy, we're trying to send him off in peace and good vibrations. Here your ass come with some fuck shit. And here's the thing that gets me. Everybody keeps going, well, it was a 60-minute interview and this is only just a clip. I don't give a damn if it was a 3-hour interview and it was just that one clip. The question didn't need to be asked at all. And the fact that Gayle pressed on to appease this Me Too movement, to appease CBS, to appease her little friends is a problem. And if you people don't see it as a problem, then y'all are the ones with the problem. Because for me, it's wrong. It's totally wrong. And it calls into question her integrity as a journalist. As a journalist, you shouldn't do no shit like that. You know what to ask and when to ask. Timing is everything. Integrity is everything in journalism. So how the fuck Gayle didn't know that? Gayle's been doing journalism for years. Her and Oprah started off together at a news TV station. So this is not new to Gayle. So then she gets online and goes, oh, I am so upset with CBS because out of that 60 minutes, they chose to do this clip. And I don't understand why they would do that to me. It was a very, very good interview. And in context, it makes sense. In and out of season, in and out of context, bitch, it didn't make sense. It did not make sense. It did not have to be asked. There is a way, and Gayle knows this. As a journalist, and I can say this because I do have a radio, TV, journalism degree. As a journalist, there are ways around a question without asking a question. So instead of saying, well, those rape allegations, people are talking about them, and his legacy, what do you mean by that? She could have simply said, do you think at the end of Kobe's life that he had settled any indiscretions, any anything that he felt he had done wrong? Do you think he has settled that? And do you think that his love and supportiveness, being a husband and father, made up for all of that? Or do you think that do you think that he is at peace with the things that he's done in his life, and that he's settled, any indiscretions that he's felt with his love and admiration and his support of being a father and a husband? I mean, there are certain ways that you can ask without asking, and that's all Gayle had to do. But she had to say rape allegations, and she had to push Lisa and go, but Lisa, when you said but Lisa, you were pressing. Because when she said the media don't have to do it at all, you could have stopped right there. You're right. You're right. We do need some type of a code as it relates to speaking on the dead. And so, I'm not for the fuck shit. I'm not going to support her. Gayle has been getting on my goddamn nerves anyway. They want to do all of these interviews, the shit with, shoot, I can't even think of his name. Russell Simmons, wanting to press Russell Simmons and go forward with that documentary, or questioning Russell Simmons and his allegations, just certain things that her and Oprah are doing are showing that it's not about, this news integrity, or, pressing the news and getting the information. It's basically about destroying the lives of Black men and Black people in general. I don't care if it is news. What I don't understand is, if that is the case, CBS does a horrible job at talking about Black missing women, Black cases, all of the stuff that we're lacking. You're going to do 85 videos on Ted Bundy. You're going to do 85 videos on anybody that Jeffrey Dahmer, killed, or any missing white women videos. But when it's time to talk about Black women and how to make sure that Black women are safe and different things that you could do, you don't have a news segment on that. You don't have any investigative report on that. But the minute that something comes up bad about Black males, then you're good to go. And it just pisses me the fuck off that she just is at a place where, oh, but I'm doing right by Black people because I'm making sure that it's discussed. You ain't got to do that shit. You ain't got to do that shit. You're doing it because you're being told to do it. And at this point, Gayle, we're over you. We're over your girl too. Okay, y'all both can have several seats. We already know what it is. And I may not think the way that Snoop, what he said to you was correct, but his anger towards you was most definitely correct. His anger towards you, the backlash that you're getting, take the L, sis. Take the L, apologize. Don't blame it on CBS, because you did ask the question. So they ain't do nothing but take that snippet that you already asked. So at the end of the day, had you not asked it, it would not have been a clip that they could use. Thanks, sis. So the cultural conversation today is, how did you feel about what she asked Lisa Leslie? Do you think that 30 seconds of an interview versus 60 minutes of a great interview negates what she said in that 30 seconds? How do you feel about Gayle in this moment, and how her and Oprah are treating our Black men? Give me some good answers. Ask some questions if you want. Let's just talk about this if we can. This is Old School Heart. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll be back sometime this week for another video. Please thumbs up this video and share this video if you can. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.